Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Before I begin, like the video, put on your notification when my next video uploads. And if you like the video, come down in the comments section. Also, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe too, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, y'all. Hey y'all, so Destiny did a live. I took a few pieces from it that stood out to me. And to be honest, I feel like Destiny, sometimes when she talks, she feels like we know the whole story, but we don't. And she has these quick one-liners, and I think she really needs to think through what she's trying to say, because a lot of times she say what I meant to say was, and people didn't understand what I was trying to say. So I feel like you need to just slow down and explain what it is that you're trying to say, because sometimes I'm always left with questions. Not that you care, and I don't care that you don't care, but I'm always left with questions. And at the end of the day, if you come back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, which I'm a fan of, I just want to see your story after your divorce, minus the situation with you and Mel. I hope you are over it. I really do. So we're gonna go on to the bits and pieces that I did pull out. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come down in the comment section. Let's discuss.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sometimes honest to a fault, because I really believe that people like fake. I really believe people like fake. They, after you come out of a divorce and you're rebuilding your life, nobody comes back with a brand new house, and especially when they file bankruptcy. Let's be clear. Nobody comes back with a brand new house and $1 million. It just don't work that way. The reality of it is that you have to build yourself back up. And then with a small child and all those things too, or multiple kids, I can only imagine how hard that was. But show the real. Don't have people feeling like, it's that easy, because it's really not. It's really not. People are starting to like the fake more and more these days, and the gaslighting and all of that stuff is just No, I didn't file for bankruptcy. Y'all do your research. Y'all know what castmates file for bankruptcy.
So I just have two things to say about this particular segment of what she was talking about. And I'm assuming that she's talking about Mel here, and Mel not showing her hard times. But did you watch the same show that we watched? Just dealing with Martell alone was hard times and downtrodden times. Like, what are you talking about? Mel have said she left that marriage with nothing. She had to build everything back up. So for you to say people like the fake, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Just because her circumstances happen faster than yours, does that make her fake? And then for people to say she filed for bankruptcy. Why people think that's a bad thing? Any good business person will file for bankruptcy to restructure their finances. I'm not understanding why people keep throwing bankruptcy out like it's a bad thing. Check the millionaires. Watch what they do. Check the billionaires. See how many bankruptcies they filed.
Explain the money Mel gifted to you. For the 100th time, Mel decided that she wanted to be a good friend at the moment, and she sent it to was it Cash App or PayPal? I think it was PayPal, because we had did some business dealings and she already had the account. So it was like her making a nice gesture as a friend, something I didn't ask for, something I said I wanted to actually give back, but I felt like it was a gift from the heart in the moment. Did I really, really need it in the moment? I wouldn't say yes, and I wouldn't say that I wasn't appreciative of it, because I really, really was. I mean, I was building, I was using my savings, I was all the things that I did, I know how to do to survive. So I never negate the fact that it was a sweet gesture in the moment. But now looking back, I feel like, because what they did cut out of the reunion was when I said, you came to my house, you knew what was going on, then you asked me about, the whole legal thing that I was going through, and then you said in that same breath that we weren't good. So if we weren't good, why would you even offer? Why would you even do that? So, okay, baby. It was almost like, was it a setup? Was it a setup to be able to say, well, I did it for you in your time of need? So, yeah.
So for Destiny to say that she feel like it was a setup because Mel gave her money out of the kindness of her heart, is, wouldn't that be an oxymoron? Like, that don't make sense that she would do this as a setup out of the kindness of her heart, out of her being a friend to you in your time of need. So I don't know why you keep saying that. Like, Mel don't give me that I'm gonna do something for somebody for camera time or to put it out on social media. Because actually you was the one that went on the world tour talking about Mel was manipulative, and you was the one that mentioned that she did something for you and came to your house about, you told her about your legal situation. I believe that was on the OL Ooh's Lady First panel. So I'm not understanding why you would think it's a setup. And if you think it's a setup, give her back the money.
I'm always helping a friend. I helped her too. So what they did cut out was that, I was saying, because when you file bankruptcy, you're not just bouncing back and doing things like I just said. So when when said friend, car kept breaking down, I was the one that was picking her up, and it was a bonding thing for us too, because we both had, small children. Our children are young. Her youngest and mine are 6 months apart. Yeah, 5 to 6 months apart. So, when her car would break down and I'll have to pick her up, I had errands that I needed to finish, and so did she. So we did it together. I talked about that at the reunion. I also talked about when it completely broke down and I had to be the one to use my credit to rent cars because she couldn't. Because you can't when you have bankruptcy and you don't have a credit card. And also when you owe them because you didn't return cars, or whatever the case may be. So, people were like, oh, you shouldn't tell stuff. The real is the real. This is what happened. The real is that she was a friend to me in a moment and decided that just listening to me and what I was going through, that she wanted to gift me something, and I was appreciative of it. But also don't make it a one-sided thing, because it wasn't.
So at the reunion, when you said, or the previews they show, when you say you hold her deep dark secret, was that the deep dark secret? That you rented rental cars for her? You saying she didn't give the cars back? Are you saying Melody is a thief because that's stealing cars from the rental company? Like, what are you saying right now? Help me out, Destiny. You always leave me with questions. Are you saying Melody stole the rental cars? Or was the rental cars messing up your credit? What are you saying here?
And people keep saying that she has her guard from being hurt and pushing people away as unintentionally. I feel like I agree with that to a certain extent, but you're going to be really alone. God didn't design us to be on an island by ourselves. That's why it's a thing called humanity, because we all need each other. We all need somebody at one point in time. And, this is the reality of it. Even if it's just emotional support, even if it's a babysitter with, I'm here at my best friend's house from almost, tell my age, but it's over 20 some years. But we ain't never had no issues like that I've experienced with this to this level. I've never had it. I've never had it at all. And they seen the good, the bad, and ugly with Destiny. And yeah. For real. And so we're still here. You can have conflict and disagreements, but there should be resolution if you value that person.
Now, I do agree with you that there should be resolution, but the resolution should have been you telling Mel that you had an issue with her and y'all not speaking before y'all got on that reunion stage. You hit her with that and ain't never said a word to her, which I know she take breaks after the tapings, because you even asked her that in a text. You've even said it out your mouth. So I feel like the resolution would have been you going to Mel before that reunion show and let her know that you had an issue of you not being able to talk to her, as you say, because the text don't count, according to you.
But because I didn't say, oh, this is what happened in my divorce, and this is this, and this is that, y'all feel like y'all don't know about me. But my intent was to, leave my situation intact where I can look at my son and say, I didn't trash somebody because I was hurt or I was angry. So that's more important to me. And that I do tell my story in a way that...
I don't think it's that people don't feel like you talked about your divorce that we don't know you. The problem is you came on the show as a wife. You came on the show as a married couple, and that part was just skipped. Now I understand you say you can't talk about it legally, but at the reunion that just passed, you said you're going to speak about your divorce as much as you can. But as a fan of the show, I would have to say I don't even want to hear about your divorce anymore. That's just me. I want to see you prosper. I want to see you in your acting roles and how you go on auditions and things like that, and you raising your son. That's just me. If the show was going in a different direction, that's what I would like to see. And the conflict with Mel, let that be water under the bridge. Y'all no longer friends. Let's leave it alone. Let's not bring it up on the show anymore. If y'all could be cordial and be in a workspace at the same time and enjoy an event or whatever, that's what I would like to see.
And Carlos. Well, I've never worked with Carlos as far as production of a show. He has produced Love and Marriage Huntsville, and then like he said, he doesn't have to be there. So I've never worked with Carlos directly. When you say someone's difficult because they don't want to say certain things in scenes or certain things that I can't talk about legally, and there's no protection for me if I do, because again, it's public knowledge. As much as y'all dig up my licenses and go through all this dirt, y'all could have saw my divorce decree. It's public knowledge. Y'all can see all the motions that have been filed against me from my ex-husband. It's public. So everything that is supposedly a lie, y'all can refute in black and white. And at the end of the day, like if I agree to not speak about my ex-husband on Love and Marriage and Huntsville, you know what that means? That means I go to jail. I'm not going to jail for none of y'all.
So what does that mean for the season that's coming up? Because you said you're going to be an open book. And in the interview, you said you was talking about your divorce. So what does that mean? Like, for this upcoming season, what are you bringing to us? Because I could do without the divorce story. I'm over it at this point. I'd rather follow your new love story and your come up from your divorce. That's what I'd rather see.
I'm not going to jail for none of y'all. So my storyline ain't worth me going to jail. And if y'all think that I was supposed to just, regurgitate all of that stuff because y'all feel like it was deserving because I'm on a reality show, y'all can really kiss you know what. Because ain't then one of y'all going to be there to bail me out and take care of my baby. So it is what it is.
So that's what Destiny had to say. I didn't take the whole live. I just took pieces that stood out for me. And at the end of the day, if she come back to Love and Marriage Huntsville, I want to see her story, whatever that is, and I don't want to hear anything with Melody, no conflict. I want to see your story and how you're prospering after your divorce.